Anytime I complained, she kept saying I was nagging. I really felt like I was losing her because I didn't want to let her go. I told her that I wanted to meet her so that we could talk things through, which never happened. She was always giving me excuses, and then she told me on the phone that she needed space and time. As time went on, she said she didn't love me anymore. I broke down, plunged into depression. I confronted her about it and asked her basically if she'd found someone else, but she denied it. Her reason was she didn't understand why my whole world revolved around her and why I loved her so much. She then suggested that we revert to friendship. She also said maybe when she comes to her senses later, she'll come back, but she isn't promising me anything. All right. She said so many hurtful things to me that day, and I was shocked all those words were coming out of her mouth. I've been confused up till now because the reasons she gave did not add up. She sometimes tries to check up on me, but I'm finding it difficult to move on because I ignored everyone and showed everyone that she was the one I loved. Please, what should I do to move on? It's too hard to open my heart up to another person. I sometimes feel that love just isn't for me. I can't stop thinking about the issue, and I don't even know what to say to friends and family anytime they ask about how she's doing and whether we're still together. I strongly need your advice. This pain I'm going through is unbearable, and I feel so empty. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, Sabby, I'm coming to you first for this one.
This is really sad, and I'm not playing. This is sad, and I'm sad for him. I'm sad for him. He's so consumed. Oh my God. He's so consumed. Actually, his love for her, my everything, is incredibly unhealthy and toxic. This is not love. Like, love is when two people are able to be self-sustained and fully actualized. You know, she used the words, what did she say? What his whole, what her...
Something about
the fact that his
whole world revolved around her, and she didn't understand why.
Yeah. So she's basically saying, dude, you're suffocating me. Right. And also, he finished varsity, and she still had 2 years. When you're that young, so much can happen from the first year you meet to when you finish. You know, we change. We continually change. And sometimes it's as simple as, you know what? It just didn't work out. Who I thought I was and what I wanted are not the same things that I want now. And she's able to do that because she's probably created a whole life for herself, friends for herself, an identity for herself. He said he can't even talk or respond to friends because you know, he stopped talking to people, he stopped seeing people. And so what he did was he became codependent.
Right.
He relied on this woman for approval and for his sense of identity. And now that it's over, he has no idea what to do with himself. And so my thing is, I think it's lovely because she's still trying to be nice about it. I think she cares about him as a human being. She cares about him as a person, but she's no longer in love with him. She's no longer in love with him. And I think she's maybe also a bit worried, but she knows for a fact that she's not going to continue this relationship. Right. He should not even be thinking about going into any other relationship. He should just be thinking on working on himself. Because I feel and I fear that his idea of what love is all-consuming. I have a feeling that if I asked him, you know, about himself, who he is, what he enjoys, I don't know if he would really be able to articulate that. You know, there's certain people who become chameleons and they become who they think their partner wants them to be and start doing things that they think their partner wants them to be. I think along the way in this relationship, he's lost who he is. And if we can try and reframe this and turn it into a positive, I would say, look, you've got the opportunity right now and the time to really work on yourself and see, not only to heal, but to see who you are and what brings you joy. And not believe that last sentence he said that I think he said something like, I feel that love is not for me or something.
Right, he did.
And that's not the truth. Love is for everybody. Love is for everybody, but depending on our traumas and depending on what we've gone through, there's a truth that we believe in our minds about who we are and how we are, and it's our responsibility to always go, no. When that deep, scary voice says those things, no, that's not true. That's not true. Be brave enough to go within yourself and figure out what it is about you that made you go so deeply into this relationship. Because for me, I just feel like he's lost himself. But there's so much great opportunity for him to just heal and find love again, the right kind of love that's for him. I don't think that the girl, you shouldn't see it as she didn't love me. It just didn't work out. And sometimes that's just how life goes.
Yeah, salient points there. Drea?
Okay, so I like how she ended on find the kind of love that's for him. Because there are people who love like that. Their love is all consuming. When they love, their partner is their everything. It's unfortunate that it wasn't the same, because when two of the same kind of people find each other, it's beautiful. Do you get what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you find somebody who you're the world to and is the world to you, it's beautiful. It's not necessarily toxic.
Right.
It only becomes toxic when it's not reciprocal.
Right.
Do you get what I mean? I feel sad for him because what he describes is what most people are looking for. Somebody who would
be there
and be my there one. It's sad that it's ended, but love is for everybody. And there are people like him out there. He needs to heal. He needs to let her go. She's being friendly, and I understand how that can make some people uncomfortable. It's like selling the goods, holding the tail. You've sold the goods, but you're still holding on. What's that about?
Yeah.
If you've let me go, type of thing. So maybe he needs to be the one to say, you know what, you have left me. I'm going to move on.
Right.
How he'll deal with the pain, he needs help. He needs help. If it means therapy, he should go into therapy. I don't think he's ready to move into another relationship yet. And I feel him completely on not being able to tell friends and family if they're together anymore. In fact, the reason it's difficult is because she keeps reaching out to him.
Right.
And giving him hope. Exactly. So he's not sure, do I say we've broken up and the next thing we're back together?
Right.
Or at this point, he needs to take a decision to say, you know what, this is it. As painful as it is, this is it. Cut the lines and say, and actually it helps when you actually start to tell the truth, that it's over, and tell people why. It helps, because then in verbalizing it, you start to accept it.
Right.
Right now you're sitting there in hope because you haven't actually said it to yourself that it's over. He needs to say it to himself that it's over. He needs to start working on moving on. If it means therapy, he should go into therapy. But yeah, I that's my opinion.
Rosina.
Let's start from the very beginning.
A very good place to start.
So the thing about secondary school is that, because she said that the gentleman said that he's finished and the lady is now in SHS 2.
It was uni, no?
No, sorry. He's finished uni.
And
then the lady has two more years to go.
Yes, that's right.
So which means the lady is probably in level 300 or 200, depending on what you mean by 2 years. So which means the relationship started when she was in secondary school. Now the thing about secondary school relationship is that, you see, all of you are in uniforms. And there's really not much, and there's a lot of, everything is kind of like regimented. You all wake up at a certain time, go to school at a particular time, and all of that. And secondary school love is very innocent, is beautiful. You have all these books that you read, and everybody in secondary schools and relationship feels like, oh, this guy is the one I'm going to grow old to marry. You break my virginity at the point of getting married, and all kinds of fantasies happen when you're in secondary school.
Right.
And most people,
they're in uni though.
I'm talking about the secondary school.
Okay, all right, cool.
They happen when they're in secondary school.
Okay.
And most people, when they're in relationships in secondary school, most of the time it happens because somebody is teasing somebody about being too close to somebody, and then they kind of like get close naturally, and normally people appreciate such relationships because everybody's kind of like green. So you know that, okay, this man has not been with somebody else, the woman has not been with somebody else, so there's a certain kind of innocent love that is created. However, most people come from first relationships, enter other relationships, and realize that, hold on, what I was feeling was not even actually love to begin with. Now, when you get to the tertiary environment, for once, all of a sudden, different kinds of people. That's when you start seeing the men. No, seriously. You know, when you're in secondary school and you even see somebody, like when we're in secondary school, SS1, the third year students, they look so far apart.
Sure.
But when you're in uni, the final year, university students, is not too far apart.
Right.
By the time you're level 200, Charlie, you started rubbing shoulders with them because you are meeting at school. There's nothing like a senior is punishing a junior. So you realize all of a sudden, that there's a whole new world out there. And for me, that's what tertiary education gives to people that, let's say, secondary school education doesn't give.
Right.
The opportunity to experience life, really, to be in charge of your own decisions. So sometimes what happens is that when that starts happening, you realize that no, this is not what I want. Yeah. I could have so many things. This is not what I want. Yes, he's a good man. He's a fantastic man. He does everything for me. But I think that there are more things that are, giving me that fire that I need.
Right.
You understand? So what the girl did was to do him a favor. So the girl waited until he left, so that she probably doesn't have to embarrass him on campus,
right,
by breaking up with him on campus, and waited for him to leave, and then told him the truth, that, you know what, I'm not really in love with you. I don't think the girl is cheating on him or anything.
Right.
The girl has respected that virgin relationship that they had from secondary school, but she's grown. She's seen new things. You are definite that this is what you want. And I'm sure part of the reason why he's sure that this is what he wants is because the girl was probably very green, and he feels that this is the girl for me, untouched. She hasn't been through anything, so what she knows is what I have taught her. What she sees as a good man is who I am, all of that. So for him, he has a very good card that he's losing. But trust me, he may also, when he decides to move on, he may find somebody for him that also takes his emotions, not somebody that he's just being good for.
Right.
So I think that this lady has just been open to a lot more opportunities, and she feels like, yes, this man is a good man, but probably not the man for me. And she doesn't want to lead him on too much, because if he's just finished school, it leaves him a lot of time to kind of like heal and probably get better and get into another relationship that's good for him.
Right.
Now, because he's a good man, the girl has told him the truth, but the level of his desperation, how depressed he looks and sounds and everything, I'm sure that's why the girl keeps checking on him from time to time, because she doesn't want to be that girl who left a good man in the cold.
Right.
However, like I keep saying, when it comes to relationships, if you are sure that you don't want it, the card should be clean.
Let it go.
You need a samurai sword. Survive. And you know what? Sever it. Be mean. Don't look back. Allow him. You see, it helps the other partner heal faster. The moment you keep doing the checkup on you, you realize that, like Sandra said, 1 minute, she's left me. Oh, how are you doing? Are you okay? I'm worried for you. She still cares. Maybe if I ask her enough, or maybe if I do this, maybe buy her flowers, maybe buy her something for her birthday, maybe do a big surprise party for her, maybe she should come back. So you keep doing that. So what the girl, even though it's not the girl who sent the message, the girl needs that clean break. Don't give him any idea, because for him, the level of where he has entered in the love world, that's not where you are,
Charlie.
So it doesn't make the girl a bad person. It doesn't make the guy a bad person. It just means that they are at two different places, unfortunately, at the same time. So, yes, be lucky. This is what I'll tell the man. Be lucky that the girl has told you exactly how she's feeling. She has not blamed you for being, and know that there's somebody for you. So you don't need to become a horrible person because somebody treated you badly, quote unquote.
Right.
Because sometimes you see these good men, she's never cheated on the girl, he does everything for her, would move on and go like, okay, the one I even treated nicely after 5 years, she just dogged me. Then they now become this person, like they just do a complete 360 and they become this horrible person. No. You don't need to change and become a horrible person because of one experience. What you need to do, like Sabi said, Charlie, retreat, heal. Don't rush into any relationship. Heal. Start doing things you love. Start getting out of your comfort zone. Because the thing is, after 5 years, most of your hobbies are probably intertwined. Most of your friends are probably intertwined. Yeah. So start getting out of your comfort zone. Start making new friends, experiencing new things, probably traveling here and there, stuff like that. And you would heal naturally. Then when you heal naturally, then you can forgive her for the hurt that she has caused you. And then you move on and start dating properly. Somebody who appreciates that kind of love that you have to offer.
Okay, enough said.
Thank you so much for watching Sister Sister on your favorite City TV. Now, don't forget, if you want some more exciting content, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. We call it the City Tube. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications for fresh updates.
Sister Sister, every Friday at 9 p.m. only on City TV.